books. There's a there's a fee for Algebra 2 book. There's a fee for English book. There's an Algebra 1 book, but I thought they downloaded the book, to be honest. Have you been wondering about Fort Wayne schools? Where are they? How many are there? Which ones are the best? If you're new to this channel, it's Living in Fort Wayne. I'm Noye Dials. On this channel, we talk about everything there is to do in Fort Wayne, living here, different experiences. And today's topic is going to be schools in Fort Wayne. Which ones are the best? If you've never heard of Fort Wayne,
the Fort Wayne, Indiana, where is that?
You may not know where to look. If you're moving to Fort Wayne, where's the best place to go if you want to be in a particular school district? So we're going to touch on all that. The school district we'll start with is Southwest Allen County School District. And as the name of the school district indicates, it's located on the southwest side of Fort Wayne. If you're coming into Fort Wayne and you drive from the airport or you're driving in from Indianapolis, Southwest Allen County's just west of I-69 before you get to the city. This area, we actually did a video just recently that talks about some of the top neighborhoods in Southwest Allen County. This area is probably one of the most coveted areas in Fort Wayne. Southwest Allen County historically was kind of the upper class side of town for a long time. There's other areas that have developed more recently, but going back to the 90s and before that, Southwest Allen County was would be the Beverly Hills of Fort Wayne, from what I've gathered since I've been here.
We're staying in Beverly Hills for the good schools. You got a good address, okay?
This school district is served by 1 high school, 2 middle schools, and 6 elementary schools. Southwest Allen County, they have the top rated high school in the city. That's reported by greaterschools.org and niche.com. To greaterschools.org, which is a great resource for searching information for these schools. And on this page, we're on the Southwest Allen County schools under the elementary school tab. And that's their rating, but they give you total students enrolled, students per teacher. There's a couple reviews here. And over there, you can see on the far right column is the school district. Essentially, fairly average. Aboit Elementary School has the highest rated elementary school right off of Homestead Road. On Homestead Road is Aboit Elementary School, and then there's a middle school there as well. Summit Middle School is also on Homestead Road, and Homestead High School is on Homestead Road. So if you notice, Aboit Elementary is on Homestead, it's a 7 according to this website. And then Summit Middle School is a 6. And then Homestead High School, which is, as you can tell here, we'll just click and see what they say. They've got a 10 out of 10 according to Greater Schools. They have a College Success Award. Test scores, 10 out of 10. Progress of students, college readiness. So you can just go through here and see what it looks like to what these schools offer and why they are rated so highly. So that's really attractive. It says here the school has earned the 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 College Success Award. And I can say from the real estate side of looking at homes, the minute that you enter this school district, home prices will change. You can find homes same size, same year built. Neighborhood is exactly the same as far as safety is concerned. But once you enter this school district, you will see a difference in the price ranges. So there's that. Area number 2 is Fort Wayne Community Schools. Fort Wayne Community Schools encompasses mainly the city of Fort Wayne, the center of the city. As you can see, all these green landmarks are elementary schools. There are 33 elementary schools, 11 middle schools, I believe, and 6 high schools. Fort Wayne Community Schools also covers the largest area and educates the majority of the kids in Fort Wayne. So this one's a lot harder to assess. You can't generally say anything about, obviously I can't say as a realtor, but no one can say specifically, okay, that this entire school district is good or bad, because as you can see, there's so many schools spread out across the city that they vary greatly. If you check the resources from greaterschools.org, I have paid attention to the high schools. I really like Northrop and Snyder. Their facilities are pretty good as far as their sports facilities, and I've interacted with a couple of their faculty members. So big fan of at least those high schools. And as you can see here on greaterschools.org, you've got 2 9s in Fort Wayne Community Schools, just there. And the elementary schools, 2 of those, you have these 2 elementary schools that are fabulous. But there's 33 elementary schools. If we go to the end of this list, all the way on the last page, Kikianga Elementary School is a 1. So there's a wide range of schools. This school district, it just depends on where you live, and if you're really concerned about trying to do a deep dive, again, you can go to this website. I can also say that most of the elementary schools, they're attached to some type of subdivision a lot of times. So, Haver Hill Elementary School obviously is in Haver Hill subdivision. A lot of the schools are built like that. And I'll just go over to high schools. I like looking at high schools. Snyder's got a 5 of 10. Northrop's 4 of 10, according to the website. To be fair, this is just one website. You want to check multiple websites. There's another website, niche.com. Keep in mind, Fort Wayne Community Schools has about 30,000 students across all of their schools. So the most in Fort Wayne by far. While we still look at Fort Wayne Community Schools, just so you can see the difference, you see they have Fort Wayne Community Schools overall rated as a C plus. And if you look at the schools, just scroll down here to the schools. Good thing about niche.com, they have this map already built in, so you can get an idea of where Fort Wayne Community Schools pretty much covers east of I-69 inside of the city. Going all the way north of Fort Wayne, there's a road that goes east-west. When you go up Lima's east-west road called DuPont, everything south of that is going to be in Fort Wayne Community Schools. But as you can see here on greaterschools.org, they had Snyder rated as a 5 out of 10, I believe, and Northrop as a 4 out of 10. But here on this website, Snyder has a B and Northrop has a B minus. So, take this information with a grain of salt. You can also look up these schools on Google Maps, and people have written reviews there. You're going to see a varying range of opinions about these schools. I personally, Northrop and Snyder are great schools. There's no way that Greater Schools has them a 4 or 5, and that's just way too low in my opinion. But again, these things can be subjective, obviously. The third school district is East Allen County School District. East Allen County School District educates about 10,000 students over 16 schools, 5 high schools. 3 of the high schools are junior high, senior high, so there's a middle school and high school combined. If you see the 3s, this is the city of New Haven. New Haven is just a suburb, just a small town east of Fort Wayne. There's a Walmart over there off of, I believe, Maple Crest. And the homes in New Haven are a little bit different than what you find in Fort Wayne. The history of Fort Wayne is an old industrial town. It had factories back in the day. So the styles of home you see, like downtown Fort Wayne, you'll see 4-square type homes, Dutch colonial revival homes. Out in New Haven, you're going to see more ranch style homes because that was more farm area. And the homes were built, you'll find homes built 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Whereas in Fort Wayne, you have homes that go all the way back to the 1900s. I'm sure there are homes that are built way back in the 1900s in New Haven, but you'll find a large area of homes that are built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the reason I'm bringing that up is if you're moving to Fort Wayne and you're looking at Southwest Allen County, they have a lot of newer subdivisions and the price is going up. And then in this Fort Wayne, just the downtown area, maybe you don't want to live in a remodeled older home. Maybe that's not your style. And you just want something that is livable, got good bones, and you don't want to pay too much money, but school districts are good. New Haven is a great place. They have the, 2-story ranch style houses, pretty general out there, but the year that they're built can make it more affordable where, for first time home buyers, they can come in and just replace the doors and the trim and upgrade the appliances if the homeowner didn't do it. So price ranges are pretty reasonable in New Haven. And I want to draw your attention to northeast of Fort Wayne. You have Leo, the city of Leo, which is an affluent area in Fort Wayne. There's a lot of luxury subdivisions up there, and you have homes that are on their own, just private land up there. As you can see, is Cedarville Reservoir. That, as far as I know, that area is not accessible to the public. That lakefront property or homes are all around that lake. So if you want to get there, you're going to have to know someone, and they're going to let you in their backyard. So they have a lot of big money up there. Leo Junior Senior High, I know, is rated 9 out of 10 on greaterschools.org. I also want to draw your attention to Parkview Regional Medical Center. A lot of people who work at Parkview Regional Medical Center on the north side of town, you see DuPont Hospital here, one of the headquarters up there. I'm sorry, their offices is up there, and you see this east-west road here. Union Chapel Road is a very popular road. They're building a lot out there in Union Chapel. Some of the newest commercial properties are being built along Union Chapel Road going towards Leo. The area of Fort Wayne where I've noticed the most amount of, they're going to put a lot of money because there's still so much open space that people haven't moved out there. And there's a lot of money out there. So Union Chapel Road's very popular. It's right here on the intersection of Union and Tunkel Road. Everything east of Tunkel Road is in eastern Allen County. And also Union Chapel, Tunkel Road, a lot of expensive subdivisions there. On the less expensive side, it's more exurbs out here. There are a lot of outdoors activities, but this is something that you're looking for, away from the city, but still in a good school district. Last but not least, the fourth and final school district is Northwest Allen County School District. There are 10 schools in this school district, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, and then that leaves 7 or 6 elementary schools. This area is just east of Cherubusco, which is a city just northwest. That's Whitley County out in that direction. This school district is highly rated, according to greaterschools.org, and pretty much according to these websites, Southwest Allen County and Northwest Allen County are basically neck and neck, but I'm pretty sure it's opinion rated. The difference between the two, I would say, is Northwest Allen County, as far as living there, is you're further away from the city for sure, and things are a little bit more spread out. If you tell here, let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. This road right here, Lima Road, goes just straight through the city. This North Road right here, and as you can tell, as soon as you go 5 miles to the west, there's a lot of open acres and there's a lot of farmland up there. So it's less congested up there. So depending on your lifestyle, maybe you want to be further away from the city and you don't mind the commute to work, then this could be a good option. Tips if you're moving to Fort Wayne and to get your kids enrolled on time, check the links below in the bio. It's pretty simple. I have the links in below, but transferring your kids from school, pretty straightforward. You transfer their school records from the school that they're coming from. Just have the contact information from the school that they're transferring from to the school that they're going to, or when they get to the school that they're going to, the school that they are going to can retrieve it. They can request it from the other school. So it depends on what process that you want to do. But other than that, so you transfer the records, obviously the birth certificate to prove the age, and then the proof of residence. They're lenient in the fact that they'll allow you to enroll your kid in school, because obviously you need mail to prove that you're in the school district. You explain to them, hey, we just moved here, but we're going to be in the school district. And they will enroll the kid and ask for the proof of residency. If you put an offer in for a home, you can take the executed purchase agreement. So as long as the buyer and seller have signed it, that's good proof of residence. So you don't actually have to be moved in to enroll your kid. But keep in mind that they're not really strict, but I've heard a story when I first moved here about if they find out that your kid is going to school and they don't live in that school district, you get fined and that kid gets kicked out of school. Unless it's their senior year, they can stay. The last thing I wanted to bring up was that I didn't know there are fees, at least in the school district that my daughter goes to. They have a laptop rental fee. It's not that much money. It's $45 a semester, I think. Maybe $45 or $90 a semester. There's a few other fees that are like, I had to bring this. My daughter's in high school now. There's a corporation fee for one of her classes. It was $130. It's an elective. Our bill for the semester was about $500. Last year, she was in middle school. I think it was around about $200. So school isn't free. Even public school is not free. Obviously, you got to pay for the laptop. The other fees were from books. There's a fee for Algebra 2 book. There's a fee for English book. There's an Algebra 1 book. But I thought they downloaded the book. To be honest with you, I have 2 corporation fees. Both of those are for electives. I actually don't know what that's for. So just keep in mind that even though your kid is going to public school, I think the way that these school districts, I can't speak for every school district, but I know the school district that my child goes to, there's actual monetary fees that we have to pay. And it's not just $20 or $30. We pay a couple $100 a semester. So just keep that in mind. And that concludes our video. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment so we know different content to bring to you guys, because we come up with our own ideas and then we read your comments and then we think, oh, that's a great idea. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.